Hello everyone. Sorry it's been a whole week since you've heard my sweet voice on this channel, but I went to San Japan, which is an anime convention that happens in San Antonio. And it's the second convention I've ever been at, obviously because I'm not anyone famous or important. I didn't have any panels or the likes myself. But I went to a couple of them. I went to a Silent Hill panel that a group of people called Vitamin H do, and there wasn't actually a lot of panels that I wanted to go to. It seems that because PAX was also going on the same weekend, it was PAX West actually. More people wanted to go to PAX than San Japan, which I totally wish that I went to PAX instead, because even though I do like anime, I am more of a video game person by far. But it doesn't matter because I still had a blast going to San Japan. I was cosplaying and I was Spider-Gwen, and then the second day I dressed up as Mary Jane. Well, a rendition of Mary Jane. I wore a Spider-Man shirt and I have red hair, so this is about as Mary Jane as it gets. And the last day I just dressed in clothes. I actually met a few people there. I met Caleb Hayes, which is a music YouTuber. He and a few other YouTubers did this really sweet concert where they basically played music about video games, like Baldi and Doki Doki Literature Club, and Caleb does Disney covers, so he did one of my favorite Disney covers that he does. Actually, I think, no offense to Caleb, I like Jonathan Young's metal version of Hellfire in Hunchback of Notre Dame, so he did that. While it wasn't as amazing as Jonathan Young doing, it was still really good. And man, that guy has got a set of lungs, let me tell you. I completely envy his ability to project and sing out as loud and as powerful as he does. He was really nice. I stood in line for about an hour to get his autograph and his poster and just to talk with him, because I actually do like to watch his videos. And he was really nice, saying about how, oh yeah, it's only you guys that let us do this. And he was really excited that I had told Aaron and Justin and Jason about him, even though like he was one of the guests that were showing. I actually didn't know he was going to be going to San Japan until like the night before, and Justin and Aaron were looking up guests, and he was like, oh, who's Caleb Hayes? And I was like, oh my god, I know Caleb Hayes. So he might be Caleb Hiles. I don't know why Hayes is the reason. Oh, that's the shirt, by the way, that I wore. Isn't it great? Thumbs up. Woo. I also met Holly C. Brown, which is a art YouTuber that I watch. She's pretty great. I like her. I got her comic Purgatory, and I bought her some stickers and got her autograph, and she was really nice and awkward, just like me. I don't really deal well with people who have more subscribers than people I can fit in my living room, so I was always kind of shy and awkward. Even when meeting Caleb, I didn't really say much. I was just like, oh, I know you, and I introduced you to my friends, and he did most of the talking for me, which I'm really thankful for. Now, the last person that I met was Lady Beard, specifically Deadlift Lolita, which the band Lady Beard is in the band of, oh my gosh, tongue-tied, let me tell you. And he was really nice. Justin wanted to do an art piece with him in it, but he didn't know that he didn't have time to do the Lady Beard project, so instead we got something for him to sign. And you had to buy $20 worth of merch in order to get his signature or a photo, and I thought that it was $20 per person. Turns out it was just $20 per like group of people. So while Justin was over there meeting them, I was just kind of standing there being a little awkward, just like, all right, just wait, don't worry, I don't really want to meet anybody. And then Lady Beard notices me, and he's like, hey, are you with him? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, get over here. And he was calling me sweetie. I don't know if he was just trying to make me feel better, or whatnot, or if he just realized that I am extremely awkward, but he gave me a hug, and he's very muscly, so it was very like warm, muscly man hug. And it was really cool to meet those people. I don't really make it a point to try and meet famous people or people who are more popular or whatever than me. I kind of try to stay clear. Like, even if I see them in real life, like, I saw Caleb walking around the convention hall, and even though, like, he was saying, oh, you guys can totally come up to me, I was just still like, no, don't want to talk to you. I actually don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just here to watch people. Which, that's me. I don't like getting signatures. I don't like doing that stuff, but I did this time as more of like an exercise of go talk to people, you potato. And I did. It was great. I went to the rave both nights. There's 2 raves, one on Friday and one on Saturday. Aaron got drunk, so I was babysitter for most of it. But dancing around and doing stuff, that was fun. There wasn't a lot of panels and there wasn't a lot of guests. ProZD was there, but I didn't want to watch any. Like, I like his comedy videos. I don't really want to hear what he has to say, I guess. Oh, kind of like the panels. I don't know. I don't know what kind of panels I'd be interested in watching, but there was none that seemed real interesting. We spent a lot of time in the arcade. We spent a lot of time in the dealer and art room looking at art and all of the merch, which if you saw earlier, I had an All Might hoodie, which is what I got at San Japan. And it was just a really good, really positive experience. My legs hurt like a bitch for like 3 days afterwards, though, because during the rave, all I did was jump up and down like a little jumping bean, and I don't do that normally. I'm very sedentary most of the time. Like, I do work out, but I don't spend 2 to 4 hours jumping up and down. But this was a really needed break for me. I have this tendency of when I start getting back into work, I don't take breaks. I work really long hours in both what I work and my hobbies, and I don't usually give myself time to recoup, and this was a really nice time to recoup. There's not many crazy stories that I can really give you, except that there was this guy. He was this, I want to say he was kind of like an evangelist, but like he was a Christian dude outside being like, anime is not your identity, it is a sin, and you are all going to hell, and judging people. And I had a lot of anger. I always have anger. Well, not anymore, because I yelled at him. I yelled at him so hard. I was just like, shut up, let people enjoy what they like. You were like, I went off on this guy, and I was actually egging the crowd on accident, because I was just, just making points, I guess. And someone pulled me aside and was like, hey, this guy's actual intention is for you to try and assault him, or look like you assault him, and then he will call the convention center, and he'll call San Japan, and he'll call the police, and then you have to pay a fine to him and his church. I was like, oh, great. Nice to know he's scummy. And that was the end of that. For the most part, I really enjoyed myself. I have decided that I either need a new wig cap or I need to not cosplay with wigs, because after like an hour or so with the wig for my Spider Gwen costume, it made my head hurt, and I just went around. I took it off after a couple hours. After we ate lunch, I took it off and just walked around with red hair. I was like, it's okay, Mary Jane can be Spider Girl for now. It doesn't matter. So that's San Japan 2018. That's the gist of what happened. I drew this. I like how it turned out, and for sure you can tell that I avoided drawing the hands, but I think it looks good either way. I kind of like this idea in like a sticker or whatever, but oh well. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week with another sketch. Actually, it's going to be line work next week, and whatever we do then forward will be whatever we do. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you next time. Yeah. Goodbye.